welcome to the Motor City! That's right, for those of you just tuning in, this is the Stampede, Ford's celebration of the all-new 7th generation Ford Mustang. Make some noise! My name's Jared Deanda, and I am in the heart of downtown Detroit, right? Right here with thousands of Mustang owners, fans, media, and Ford employees. Over the last week, fans across America have woken up. Ooh, what was that? That's the rumble of a stampeding steel herd. You could feel it. A convoy of Mustangs from every generation left Tacoma, Washington, and have finished right here in the Motor City. Yeah, go ahead. Let's go. As you can see, the celebrations have already started. There's plenty more action to come, and I'll be honest, maybe a few surprises along the way. Sure, you're gonna see the all-new Mustang tonight, but you have no idea how far we're gonna take it. Mustang is the longest continuous running sports car nameplate in North America. Sold on 6 continents. There's simply nothing like it. And we, the fans, know Mustang isn't just a means of getting from A to B. It's about enjoying everything in between. The journey, the freedom. Whether like me and hit the PCH in California or cruise around town with some homeboys, Mustang exists because of how it makes you feel when you get behind the wheel. It's an exhilarating experience that puts a ding smile on your face, right? But it's easier to forget that now more than ever, to move through life plugged in, but also tuned out. That's why Mustang is here with the wake-up call. And the wake-up call says, forget sensible, full send required. Lit the stamp and send it. No apology needed. And just think about all the different Mustangs on the road right now. I mean, shoot, hell, there are over 1,000 of them in downtown Detroit. Downtown, easy for me to say, I'm excited, I apologize. Downtown Detroit today. Make some noise, come on. I mean, all y'all way back there, front row. Whatever style, color, shoot, flavor, or performance level gets your motor running, you can bet there's a pony out there for you, as you'll see tonight. For a car that means so many things to so many different people, let's hear from Mustang fans around the world.
Hi.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum.
Bonjour.
Hola amigos.
It's a 67 Mustang.
A Grande 72.
68 Fastback GT.
是2019款保时宏 2.3T 性能版。
Mach 173.
A 1967 Ford Mustang.
Fastback 69. Un Mach 173.
A 2019 Ford Mustang GT.
I just can't think of any more important product in my life than Mustang. It is the central theme that's run through all parts of my life.
Everybody has their own Mustang story.
My Mustang is something that gives me pride and joy and excitement.
There's a Mustang for everybody out there. Every generation can get a Mustang.
I was 7 years old, and I remember the V8 sound.
So what do you love about your Mustang? Am I allowed to say everything?
E tem essa questão do carro forte, do carro com design bonito.
Mustang has always been, it's always been the one. Someone always has a Mustang story.
Flying. بحس إن أنا طاير. أول ما بركب السيارة بحس إن أنا طاير.
Sounds cool, looks cool, turns a few heads in the street.
I think Mustang's a cultural icon. Can't have any more fun driving than you can in a Mustang.
Mustang 精神就是自由独立、奋进、迎难而上。
Turning the music loud, putting the windows down and just driving. 很有个性，很自我。
I've taken it all over the country and made friends everywhere we go because of it.
That Mustang spirit, that Mustang feeling is what has helped make Mustang an icon.
It's powerful, it's quick, and it's done it year after year after year and generation after generation.
The new Mustangs just get better and better.
So many people cannot wait to see the automation, all the inventions that Ford come up with in this new Mustang.
I can't wait. You don't have to change it much, and they're such a good car as they are.
That's our job, is to keep that spirit alive.
We will do our job to equip those who want a pony muscle car with the best damn car they've ever seen. That's what we do at Ford.
Build the best damn car. Jim's right there. You've heard it from the fans and how special Mustang is in their hearts and, of course, their lives. Now, let's meet some of them. Come on, get out here. It's a little bit of a long walk, I get it. How we doing? Looking good, feeling good, excited, the excitement. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us out here. So, these are, again, some big Mustang fans. I'm joined by Mustang super fan, Stang Mode. Did you raise the roof right there?
I tried.
Okay,
I don't know if it
Stang
worked.
Mode is in the building. Mustang team member and racer, Autumn Schwabe. There we go. Thank you so much. And an employee right there in the middle from the Flat Rock Assembly Plant. She's an employee. Maria Cunningham. So, Autumn, let's start with you because basically, you know, we had some words there previously, pre-show, but now we're in the core of it. We're in the thick of it. So you have Mustang in your blood, right? I mean, you were born with this.
I sure do. I definitely bleed Ford blue blood. My mom grew up a Ford girl, so of course I had to follow her footsteps. Both my parents have such strong passion for Ford, and I just had to follow that along because they drag race multiple Ford vehicles, so many Mustangs, so of course I wanted to drag race as well. So I go to the track around the country really with my dad, and my first car was a ruby red 1993 Mustang that we saw in the pre-show, like you mentioned. But back at home, I have an 89 that's a full-built race car. So you can see here.
I can see the smile through your helmet. Yeah, the window's open, but even with your helmet.
Yes, I have so much passion for drag racing, so much passion for motorsports. And you can see here that I can't just have one car. I have to have multiple Mustangs. So I'm just so honored to be here and to represent, you know, the marketing team behind Mustang and to be a racer myself.
Yeah, you even have a degree, right? Northwood University.
Yes, I went to Northwood University where I got a degree in aftermarket marketing and management that I really made my passion my career, and I'm so thankful that my love for Mustang brought me here today.
Awesome. Make some noise. Come on now. Thank you so much, Autumn. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, now, Maria, you are front and center. You work in the Flat Rock Assembly Plant, and your blood runs blue because you are a fifth-generation Ford employee. Make some noise.
That's right. I'm a fifth-generation Ford employee. My great-great-grandfather, he started the legacy for our family. I'm actually wearing the watch that he got when he retired after 35 years working for Ford and driving Ford cars. My grandfather still works at the Dearborn plant, and the rule at his house is if you don't drive a Ford, you park in the street. And just my whole life, I knew growing up in California that I was going to move to Michigan and work at Ford. I even told people, and they'd always look at me and say, "What are you talking about? Like, that's not how Ford works." But I knew, and my grandmother always told me, you can work at the plant off the highway. And when I got hired in at Ford, I hired in at the Mustang plant, and that is, in fact, the plant off the highway.
That's awesome. So what do you do now at Flat Rock?
Right now, I deck the engine into the Mustang, and I've...
the axles?
Yeah, the rear axles. Thank you.
It's all good.
I've been throughout the entire plant, though. I've worked in multiple departments and units, doing things like seatbelts and pedals. I mean, literally all over.
Yeah, and what I think is interesting, so you've seen the new Mustang, right? Like, you've seen it a million times. They're ready to go. I mean, you've seen it, right?
Well, actually, like you said earlier about it driving down the street in the camo, it's been coming through our line in camo because they want to keep that top secret.
It's been one of the most secretive Mustangs of all Mustang histories, right? So even being at the plant, it's hush-hush. Well, it's pretty awesome.
Yes.
So, yeah, thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate your story. Round of applause again. Flat Rock Assembly Plant. All right, last but not least, Stang Mode, raising the roof. All right, the story, the name. What's going on here, Stang Mode? Where's that? What's the inspiration?
Well, hey, Jared, and hey, all the Mustang family around the world. I'm super excited to be here. But yeah, the name is Stang Mode, and it's crazy how it stuck that even now my mom calls me Stang Mode, so it's a little weird.
Get down here right now.
How these things work. But no, before we got to that name, my story started like many Mustang owners. In high school, it was my first car. and I just wanted to get a cool car. And at the time, it was a Mustang, and I got into it, and then I didn't know I would feel like a superhero once I got into it because I was able to be free. Being independent, personalizing it with my sound system, my wheels, beating my friend's Camaro, the whole nine. But I was who I am and who I like to be.
So, so how did the Stang mode come to be? Again, like you said, it sounds like a superhero name.
Well, the name is way cooler than me, but basically what happened was when the S550 came out, it was love at first sight. I was like, I gotta have it, but unfortunately my bank account said not so fast. But luckily, Ford had the EcoBoost, which I could afford, and YouTube and social media was changing, so I started a channel called EcoBeast on YouTube, and I started it with that. And then the 2018 third gen 5.0 came out, and I was like, oh, digital dash, the whole nine, right behind me. We call it the Black Mamba. I love that car. My friend Nick was like, you're no longer EcoBeast, you gotta change it. But I was like, what should I call myself now? Because like everything is taken now, right?
Yep.
But Ford is great because the Mustang has different modes in it. It's got a track mode, it has a drag mode, even has a snow wet mode, but it didn't have a Stang mode. So that's what it was like, so that's where the name came in for Stang mode.
I love it. It's really cool, and it speaks to the progression of a lot of Mustang owners out here. For Gen 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 1 to 7 and there's gonna be 7, that's right. Because guess what? So, are you guys ready? Woo. Are you guys ready? Because guess what? It's time. Might be on that Ford watch from your great-grandfather, right? But guess what? It's time. It is time. Let's say hello to the future. And Maria, this is a proud moment for you because guess what? The entire team from Flat Rock, they're out here, the assembly plant, all the employees. You're gonna build this absolute new iteration of the Gen 7 Ford Mustang and make some history. So without further ado, would you like to do the honors of introducing the Ford Mustang?
I would love to. On behalf of Ford and all the Mustang fans watching around the world, please welcome the all-new Ford Mustang.
My patience, I'm untouchable on a high. I'm burning inside, there's heat in my soul. You can't stop this wildfire. There's a heat in my soul. It's turning up high. It's out of my control. You try as you hide, but all that I know is you can't stop this wildfire.
Smile. What an incredible lineup of vehicles. I can't leave you out. I can't leave you out. I'm excited. We're going to have like a mosh pit right now. What an incredible lineup of vehicles. And here with me are some of the team behind it. What do you think, folks? This is the 7th generation of the Motor City's hometown sports car. And y'all made it happen. Y'all made it happen. So many y'all made it happen. So let's start with you, Alicia, if you could, down there at the end. Tell us about the evolution that took place behind the scenes to deliver this new Mustang lineup, please.
Yeah, of course. So the development of any of our products always starts with the customer. And as you saw in that amazing film earlier, of course, Mustang is an American icon, but it's also a global icon. I've been super lucky in being able to live and work in different countries. So I've had a front row seat to how our enthusiasts across the globe just love that Mustang spirit of style, fun, and freedom.
Yeah. I mean, like the people here, right? Like the people here, do you like style, fun, freedom? No? Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah,
that goes...
you can feel that passion in the crowd. And I know that's really the thing about Mustang. It is not a demographic, it's a mindset. But there are key things that ties our Mustang enthusiasts together. So one is their love and passion for Mustang, of course, but also their desire to express their personality and individuality with their Mustang. And everything that our customers love is here today in this lineup. We have got a GT convertible, a GT coupe, we've got the EcoBoost coupe, and of course there's also an EcoBoost convertible. But this is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of how our customers can make their Mustang their own.
All right, you keep teasing us. Again, we're going to get into it. We're going to go deep dive. We have our team here. So how has your team been able to modernize such an icon? You know, I mean, it's a challenge and it's a responsibility. You have all these fans saying, what's next?
Yeah, well, the pressure was on for sure. But we have kept the spirit of Mustang. We have got that V8 soundtrack. We've got the manual transmission. We've got that open-air, top-down fun. But we've also injected it with new features and technologies to take that Mustang experience up a notch.
Okay, so I got to ask, you're part of the team. You're working on this. You know, you got your hands all over it. You got your fingerprints on it. What's your favorite?
Well, there's a lot to choose from. But I really love, we've got a Fox Body Mustang theme cluster. It will take you right back to the 80s. It's really cool. And it's even got a night mode with that iconic Ford green night color. It's awesome.
You're saying Fox Body. You said iceberg earlier. I'm thinking of Vanilla Ice and the 5.0, some of hair top, like all this Vanilla Ice talk. I don't know, again, Fox Body, Ice, I mean, it's insane. What else have you got?
Yeah, we've also got some really cool new performance features. We've got one that I know you are going to love. It's an electronic drift brake. Very cool.
Yep.
And we've also got a new feature called Remote Rev. It is 100% Mustang fun, no apologies. It's for our customers that just love the sound of their Mustangs. You can rev your throttle directly from the palm of your hands from your key fob. Super cool.
That's so cool, right? I mean, cars and coffee, that's a big flex, but I'm here for it. That's awesome, right? Hey, you want to hear my car? Right? I mean, that's so cool.
That's it.
All right, I can't wait to learn more. And you know I'm a drift guy. I'm the voice of drift, Formula Drift. Vaughn's a homie of mine. Electronic drift, it's so awesome. But now I have to ask this because you've been around Mustangs for years. This interior is amazing. But Ruth, let's step inside the cockpit because obviously you can see inside the convertible. A little easier here. But tell me everything, Ruth.
Okay, so there's so much to tell you, Jared. But first, you know, on the previous Mustang, people liked the pony lighting, and we just took it a step further with the new Mustang. So as you approach, you'll see animated lighting that just greets you. And then when you climb in and you see the new cockpit, it looks like a jet fighter. That was the inspiration behind the design. So we've just added a lot of digital tech into this new cockpit.
I mean, look at it. There's the cockpit right there. You can see it here on the big screen. And you're talking about jet pilot. We've probably all seen Top Gun. If you haven't, you live under a rock. I have the old one or the new one. So, you know, I can't wait to take this for a quote-unquote test flight. It's pretty. It's a game changer. So give us the details more about the cockpit.
Well, as you can see, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous, right? It's a single piece of glass that houses two large displays, one for the all-new digital cluster and one for the Sync 4 center stack. Look at the craftsmanship, the fine materials used, the big, large piece of glass. Isn't it gorgeous?
Absolutely.
It is. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it looks good. It's elevated, right? Because this is the
It is.
canvas, so it's completely customizable, and you kind of kick that off. But
It
yeah,
definitely
please
is
continue.
customizable. So, like you said, with it being customizable, even if we go back to some of the performance, right, you can just dial in your performance by the customizable selectable drive modes. And we have up to 6 that you can customize for your driving conditions. And then other customizations are going to be my color and the cluster themes. Alicia mentioned the Fox body, so you can select it on the center stack, see the preview, hit the select button, and it's instantly on your digital cluster. Your gauges and then other screens within your cluster, you can just customize, see previews on the sync screen, and then it's there on your
Awesome.
cluster.
What about the soundtrack of life?
I know.
What about the
and
soundtrack?
as you're driving, you remember you mentioned that Vanilla Ice song?
That's
Well,
right.
If you want to turn up the volume, you've got that 12-speaker B&O sound system. So
Love
like
it.
you said, we just can't wait for our customers to get behind the wheel, play with all the new features that we have to offer.
Awesome. So really great. Round of applause for Ruth and Alicia. The interior is truly revolutionary. Thank you so much. All right, Chris, we talked about interior, we talked about design, we talked about all these different elements here, but you've been with the program for 2 generations.
Yeah.
So talk to us about the design. I'm looking at the striking good looks, the color, what's going on here, but I mean, it has kind of some heritage look here as well, some inspiration. What do we got?
It absolutely does. You know, the 7th gen Mustang is a modern interpretation of Mustang's iconic design heritage. I mean, just check it out. Proportions, stance, the silhouette.
Yeah.
Want to go check out the front?
Let's go tip to tail
Okay.
here, from the front end to the back end. What do we got? And again, seeing some lines, seeing some signature pieces, but again, evolution.
Right, right. So for the front end of the 7th gen, we wanted to give it an aggressive look. So it's kind of got that long horizontal brow. So you're going to see that thing coming down the road
mean.
behind you. It's mean, right? The upper grille shape, it's kind of a nod to the 60s design. It's a kind of that U shape, but you're going to notice the EcoBoost and the GT completely distinct. 2 distinct front ends, first time.
Really deciphers eco, you know, obviously eco versus standard V8 or GT.
In you know, every GT, we get this badass hood extractor right here.
Looks good. I
Right,
like it.
right.
This shape right here, from the nose, the chamfers, what do we got?
Yeah, so, you know, the chamfered nose, that's kind of a classic thing that's been happening in the past few generations. Also, right below that chamfered corner, tri-bar headlamps.
Love
Right?
them.
That's
Looks
a
good. I mean, what do you guys think? Good looking headlights,
Mustang
right?
signature.
They look good. It's just that evolution,
Yeah.
right? yeah, I feel like you just exhaled. Like, do they like it? I think they like it. Okay,
Yeah.
we're good. We're moving on.
Okay.
We're moving on. All right, let's move over here. Let's move over
All
here.
right,
Let's talk about this silhouette. What's going on here?
All right, so for the side, okay, we dropped the belt line. Okay, we relaxed it, less wedge, more muscle. All
Just
right?
like me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, you know, you talk about muscle, check out the body side, right? This all-new sheet metal is sheer, strong, chiseled. There's no undercuts, kind of like American muscle, right?
Also, there's a really cool story about the roof line, because you took into consideration all your races out there, because there's nobody that races out there, right? The roof line here, it accommodates big heads like mine, or better yet, for the racers.
Well, for those racers out there, you don't have to take your helmet off to get in and out.
Yeah, so it's got that nice accepting, so you don't have to take your helmet off or on when you get out and inside of the vehicle. Awesome.
Right.
Let's go out back.
Hey, this is like favorite part, right here.
Okay.
Favorite part. These really wide rear shoulders. Again, with the chiseled looks, you know, that's kind of pointing to where the power hits the road.
Exactly. Rubber meets
right,
the road.
right.
You put the power down. You got to connect.
Yep. Long extended rear deck. Kind of gives you this really sharp angle and side view, and it gives it a really killer look from a rear view. Really wide, mean.
Yep.
And also these crisp tail lamps, really razor edge, plays up to, again, that chiseled feel.
Yeah, just and you could see just the signature looks, but it's just that overall progression that you guys are paying homage, but paying it forward. We talked about the personalization of the car, the diffuser, all these different things, but this is where it kind of starts. And we know that people either watching or in the building are all about exterior customization. What do we got there?
And there's so many options for the Mustang owners out there. We got new colors. We got vapor blue here. Yellow splash is a new one for us. Options for all kinds of exterior stripe packages. We have 4 different interior environments. You can customize anything from wheels to seatbelts.
I like it. And let's talk about performance. I mean, if they say speed kills, brakes give life, because there are performance brake options as well with Brembo.
Oh, well, we've got 3 exciting Brembo brake caliper options. Check out the special color for this year.
It looks good. I understand you could also put the pony on there if you wanted to as well, so let everybody know.
Yep.
It's a Ford Mustang.
Yeah, it's really cool.
What else do we got?
Well, we have some 2 new bespoke factory options. We've got the bronze appearance package, which you're going to see here on the EcoBoost, and we also have the black design series package too.
So many options. What do you guys think? Make some noise for Chris. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
All right.
I mean, this really is a beautiful family of cars, but now let's talk about how it rolls, how it moves, how it sounds. So to take us through that, please welcome Chief Engineer Ed Krenz. High five. Get out of here. Don't leave me hanging.
How you doing?
Yes, sir. So
all right,
good.
All right.
Can you feel that? Can you feel that?
I need to take a moment here.
Okay, take it in.
All right.
Yes. All right, Ed.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead. Make some noise again. Let's go. All right, Ed. Because the heart of the beast, you're going to talk about the power, the story, what's going on. You're going to get these guys absolutely hyped. But talk through performance. Break it down.
Yeah, performance is everything. It is our legacy. It is our future. It's much more than 0 to 60 times. It's the rumble of the V8. It's 3-pedal driving. It's carving the canyons. It's open air cruising, and it's certainly the track day. It's visceral. It's emotive.
Big buzzwords, but actions speak louder than words. So come on, man, hit him with it. Tell me what you and the team have done.
Let's get into the hardware. Starts with the V8, 5-liter, Gen 4, at 480 plus horsepower, the most powerful Mustang GT ever. Next, the manual lives. Hashtag save the manual.
Hashtag save the manuals.
We can't forget about our very popular 2.3-liter EcoBoost, all new for this generation. It delivers on the balance of performance and efficiency, no compromise. Next, I got to talk steering and handling.
Please do.
It's next level, next level. It starts with our all-new flat-bottom steering wheel. It's set for grip it and rip it. And then lastly, I want to highlight the electronic park brake, the electronic drift brake, I should say. Co-developed with Vaughn and his team. It is ready to rip. So you can try your hand at drifting like a pro. I know we did. Tire budget blown.
Everybody wants to be Vaughn Gittin Jr. nowadays,
That's
right?
right. That's right. He's my hero. Performance is our legacy, as I said. And this is evidence it's our future.
Man, this is awesome. What do you guys think? So, horsepower, good looks, you know, EcoBoost, all these things. That's it, dude. Congratulations. See you guys. Good night, everybody. That's the 2024 7th generation Ford Mustang. See you guys, right? We're done?
No, don't get up. Don't get up. We're not done.
See ya.
No. We got more room in the stable.
Oh, what's this? What is this?
All right.
Come on.
Let's talk performance series. We got a history, Shelby, Mach 1, Boss, Bullet. It's integral to the Mustang story. Each has a deep meaning to our customers and to our team, as you saw in the video. Others may be bringing down the curtain. We say it's time to raise the curtain on a new performance pony. Let's take a look.
Give it all that I got. I give it all that I got. give it all that I got. I give it all that I got. Take a quick glance at the watch. Checking the time on the clock. Get up and start taking my shot. I give it, I give it, I give it, I give it into my eyes.
Come on, check out this beast. Check this thing out. You had no idea. Show was over. Ed,
no.
What are we looking at, man?
Jared, this is Dark Horse. First of its name. First new performance series in more than 2 decades. A new chapter in the storied racing history of Ford Motor Company and Mustang. Its name is indicative of its design and its aspirations. Its demeanor, absolutely sinister. Dark Horse is for the enthusiast who wants purebred force of nature.
All right, so you talk about nature, but this is, this is absolutely supernatural is more like it, but I want all the details. Come on.
Yeah, we turned up the volume on everything that mattered. Striking visual cues, countless hours of iteration between our engineers and the studio to get everything right for high-speed handling, reduced drag, cooling, all essential. Driver-focused interior is capped off with serialized badge, drive modes, track apps, right at your fingertips. Talking about the exterior, you're going to see the pony in your rearview mirror, but unique fender and deck lid badges are going to be a subtle indication of what just blew past you.
Let everyone know. Dark Horse, peace. All right, under the skin, what do we have? So what's under the hood? What's the heart?
I like to talk about engines.
Let's do that. Let's go.
Still got engines. It starts with the most powerful Coyote ever, targeting 500 horsepower. 500 horsepower! That is mated with a tried and true manual transmission from Tremec that's evolved from our GT350 and Mach 1, and we have some fans. Chassis tied down with the Magnaride with next generation controls and absolutely designed to stick to the road. Our team lived at the racetrack, spent hours turning every knob. Every knob turned to 11. With the available handling pack, this is the absolute most capable 5-liter yet.
Yeah, little applause there. There you go. So the question to you, Ed, is did you find yourselves and the team saying like, hey, what if we took it further? We've already done all this. Let's do more.
Come on, man. Well, actually, that's exactly what Ford Performance does. Actually, we did more than just ask. What do you think, folks? Would you like to see more? All right, let's take a look.
I had to roll my sleeves because my hair from my arms was poking through my jacket. What an arsenal, are you kidding me? So, here to tell us more is Mark Rushbrook, alongside world champion drifter, a great friend of mine, a great friend of yours, and NBD, no big deal, Daytona 500 champion, Austin Cindric. Let's get Vaughn Gittin Jr., Austin Cindric, and Mark Rushbrook, get on out here. Let's talk about it. Woohoo! What up? Yeah. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sirs.
I'm just gonna look at the car for a while.
What's that?
I'm just gonna look at the car while
no,
you talk.
No, dude, just relax. So let's just focus. Focus.
Okay.
God,
sorry.
First things first here. All right. Let's start with you, Mark. It was Mustang's racing success that coined the phrase, win on Sunday, sell on Monday, right?
Yeah, that is right. Mustang has been an iconic road car. It's also been iconic on the racetrack. It is, for our brand, for Ford Motor Company, Mustang is the most raced, the most successful nameplate we have ever had on the racetrack.
Yep.
It has raced from the top-level professional series down through grassroots and customer racing. That's where it belongs. On tracks around the world, legendary tracks like Daytona, Pomona, Indianapolis, Bathurst. We race everywhere.
Wow, okay, and mic drop. Impressive tracks, impressive pedigree. Can you tell us about the difference in the vehicles we just saw in the video? Better yet, tell all them.
Yeah, there were 6 cars in that video, and one for everybody. So we are going to race around the world with Mustang GT3, Mustang GT4 in global sports car racing. We're going to have a new 7th generation Mustang that will join NASCAR in the Cup Series in 2024. We have NHRA Factory X, new class for 2023. 7th generation Mustang is going to be there.
And it's not just race cars, but it's also customer vehicle racing too, which you really kind of force too, which I think is awesome.
Absolutely. Our customers love Mustangs on the street, just everything that you see here. But they also take their cars to the track themselves, their own cars. And Ed went through the credentials of what the Dark Horse is. It's got real track credentials as a road legal car. But we will make a Dark Horse S, which is a Dark Horse turned into a dedicated track day car, so you can go for a full track day, completely enjoy it. We'll have a Dark Horse R, which is made for grassroots racing, SCCA, NASA, WRL, and a Mustang Spec Racing Series. So you can buy this car dedicated for the track, take it and race it yourself.
Yeah, it's super impressive, and obviously the design it comes with the adrenaline too as well.
Yeah, full adrenaline, and this thing performs. But when you go to the track, we take everything out that you don't need on the racetrack. Got the interior, put a cage in it, put a racing seat, put a harness, custom tuned suspension for the track. This thing will move.
Absolutely. All right, next up, Vaughn. Vaughn, obviously, you know, drifting, and, I don't want to, you've evolved and you're into dirt. I mean, we've been great friends. You've been with Ford since 2005?
2005, yeah.
Yeah, man. So, all right, you helped develop the electronic drift brake.
Yeah, well, the first thing that anyone does when they get their car to go drifting is put a hydraulic handbrake in it. So Ford has, drifting is the fastest growing motorsport in the world. It's so accessible. There's events in any state, just about any city, on any weekend. And so Ford has seen that, and now every single Mustang has a drift brake in it. It has a mode. You pull the handbrake, it locks the rear tires. I like to consider the handbrake as the now button, and it's just really, really incredible that Ford is seeing this and putting it on production vehicles, and seeing them so passionate about a sport that's meant so much to me, and we've had so much success together obviously in Formula Drift.
I don't want to put you in a box because you'll just break out of it via Ford Mustang or some other Ford vehicle, but you'll break out of it in grand fashion. But tell me what the Dark Horse means to you.
Well, it's funny because, last generation, it's like, what else can they do to step the game up? And year after year, the Mustang continues to progress. And this generation, this new generation, introducing the Dark Horse, all these amazing racing vehicles, it's really mind-blowing. Like, I don't know how the team continues to do it. Great job, Ed, and the entire engineering team. It's just, it's unreal to see the continued progression inside the Mustang family.
Yeah, and just overall the development, the evolution, and these are canvases, but you guys as racers, you're kind of looking at it a little, differently. You guys look through race lenses as opposed to just some spectacles. Vaughn, you last year, 2 seasons ago, at the end of the 2021 season, you said, hey man, it's not goodbye, it's see you later. You hung up your helmet. I have to think that you seeing this lineup, you might have something cooking in the RTR kitchen.
Well, we definitely have some things cooking in the kitchen. We've definitely got one under the knife at the lab, but that's all we're going to talk about for now.
Yeah, what are you doing, bro?
I can't believe you mentioned that, Jared.
Okay, well, I mean, it's cool to see this. I'm excited. And again, congratulations on all your accolades. I know you're competing in the Bronco. You did some Ultra 4 race. You're doing multiple different things. But of course, Ford Mustang has been a huge part of your life. So yeah, it's right there in the heart. All right,
absolutely.
Austin, you like to go fast, I assume. That's why you shaved your head. You're built for speed.
It's more of a low maintenance play, but okay.
Okay, whatever. And also, you have to be looking at the Dark Horse, as you just did, walking over here and said, let's look at this thing. What are you most excited about all the platforms, but of course, Dark Horse.
Yeah, obviously a lot to be excited about tonight. And I think this car is so far my favorite. I don't know if I want to get my hands on this or a GT3 car first, but obviously really incredible. You know, my racing career really started driving Ford Mustangs when I was 16 years old. Anything from the FR 500, 302 Boss, GT350Rs, GT4, 4 different generations of NASCAR Ford Mustangs. It's been incredible for me to go through my career, but have so many special memories with each different car and what that really shows. And you know, you see all the different people in the Stampede tonight with all their different cars and what they want to do with it. It all means something different to everybody. But now on the racetrack, you've got something for every Ford Mustang fan, every enthusiast to your hardcore racers, like Mark mentioned. So I can't wait to see how the performance from these cars really trickles into my weekend job.
Yeah, you say it's a weekend job, but it's a daily job. I don't know, mind your toes, guys, with all the vehicles he's driven of the Ford Mustangs, just dropping all those amazing chassis. But it's your day job because you absolutely live the Mustang brand. It's part of your life, and it's what you've seen growing up, and you're going to keep on perpetuating. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, no, I drove my own GT350 here tonight in the Stampede, which was awesome. I absolutely love that car. I drive the snot out of it back home. I'm very lucky to have a tire sponsor. But it's not the only Mustang I've had in my garage throughout my life, and I've really fallen in love with these cars. So to see everybody come together tonight and do all this, and I think it's that thrill, it's that driving experience that really brings everyone together, because there's so many different people, different walks of life, and I think Ford really gets that, and I think this car is for people like me and people like you. So appreciate y'all doing what you do. I'm excited to get my hands on these things, and I'll see y'all at the track.
Nice, well said. Round of applause.
All right.
All right, so with Dark Horse and now this racing lineup, Mustang spans everything performance. From the racetracks to the roads, it's a great legacy, and you've all been an instrumental part of it. You, the fans, but of course, you, the racers, behind the scenes, building the things, the machines that they get to enjoy, right? So there's always one more thing. Mark, without further ado, tell us about the rest of the lineup.
Yeah, it's as we said, right? Mustang races everywhere, forever, right? For 59 years, we have been racing Mustangs on the track. That's going to continue. We will race it on all the continents with North America, Europe, Asia, Pacific. Mustang will be there. All the different racing series, whether it's here in the US, NASCAR in the Cup Series, NHRA with Factory X, Mustang GT3 and GT4 as we talked, with SRO, with IMSA, with WEC, Mustang is going to be there. And Australian market is very important for us with Mustang as a road car, but also going there in the Australian Supercar Series. Plus all the grassroots stuff that we're doing, like we said, with the Dark Horse S and Dark Horse R. So we will be racing everywhere. The big one for us is GT3 in Daytona, January 2024. Cannot wait to have Mustang GT3 there on the track.
That's right, 24 hours at Daytona. The 24 Mustang will be at the 24 hours of Daytona. Amazing. All these new Mustangs ready to dominate the track and rock the streets. Thank you so much, Mark, Vaughn, Austin, thank you so much. Don't go anywhere, because guess what? Well, we've got one more very special guest tonight. Please welcome the OG, that's what I call him. He's the Ford Executive Chair, Mr. Bill Ford.
Wow, this is a great night for Mustang lovers. And hey, Flat Rock, I can't wait for you guys to build me one of these. So thank you. Hey, thanks for coming out to join the Stampede. As you've heard time and time tonight, you know, Mustang really is Ford's icon on the streets and on the track. Mustang has raced at all the great tracks around the world. But there's no race or no track that means more to our history than Le Mans. It's where we took on Ferrari and won in the 1960s. And it's where we returned 50 years later and shocked the world again. And tonight I'm announcing that we're going to go back to Le Mans again with this Mustang. And once again, and I know my cousin Edsel Ford will be there. He's here tonight. And I'm trying to talk Jim Farley into being one of the drivers at Le Mans. It's going to be great. And once again, we're going to go like hell. Thank you all for coming tonight. All right.